Well, good morning, fellow campers. We're going to talk about campfire songs and campers and school kids and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what happened to me at Camp Woodland near Phoenicia in New York State in the 1950s. And the director of that camp, Norman Studer, also was the director of Downtown Community School. And Downtown Community School is where Pete Seeger used to come to teach once a week. Sometimes twice a week. Not often, sometimes. This is old Gorebag here on Gorebag.com and Gorebag TV. That's GOREBAGG.com. And I want you to go there to get all the free downloads. And I'll just tell you a little bit about Camp Woodland. My friend John Harold, who was a fellow camper at Woodland, passed away. I just discovered yesterday that he passed away in 2005. He became a bluegrass singer. And Pete Seeger, Bob and Louise DeCormier, and were music teachers. Grant Rogers was a music teacher at Camp Woodland, where I went to camp, summer camp. Camp Woodland was run by Norman Studer. And the idea of Camp Woodland was to combine work, leisure, and family life with 18th and 19th century rural tradition values, exposing city kids to the rural life and exposing rural people to city kids. It was coeducational, which was unusual for a private school at that time, and it was interracial. It was, as a matter of fact, emphatically interracial. We had an annual summer Woodland Folk Festival, which was the first of the folk festivals. In fact, the first of the festivals, I think. We had a Camp Olympics where each bunk represented a different country, and we would not compete, but we would do a presentation each evening, including food, song, games, and sports. We were singing songs of every nation and every culture. It was very different. Saturdays were folk music days. And pretty much folk songs have died out over the years. There's some interest in them now. There's a little resurgence in them, but nobody really knows what a folk song is. Actually, a folk song is written by the folk. Generally, it's not written by any one person. Usually what happens is that people will add on verses to things that already existed, or they'll change it, like there once was an Indian maid who never was afraid. It's Little Red Wing, which became radically changed, to There Once Was a Union Maid. There once was a Union maid, she never was afraid of goons and ginks and company finks and the deputy sheriffs who made the raid. She went to the Union Hall when a meeting it was called, and when the Legion boys came round, she always stood her ground. Union, I'm sticking to the Union, I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union, I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die. And it goes on. There's a song called Go to the Devil and Shake Yourself, composed by John Field about 1800s-ish, something like that. And that's actually the basis of this song, Peterson just adapted the song, like I told you. That's how that works. And at this time, it was when Peterson wrote this, it was a hanging offense to steal somebody's sheep. But this was a wild sheep that had been captured. Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down came a jumbuck to drink at the billabong. Up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he sang as he shoved that jumbuck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up rode the squatter mounted on his thoroughbred. Down came the troopers, 1, 2, 3. Where's that jolly jumbuck you've got in your tucker bag? You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Well, up jumped the swagman and sprang into the billabong. You'll never catch me alive, said he. Actually, he said, you'll never catch me alive, said he. And his ghost may be heard as you pass by that billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And his ghost may be heard as you pass by that billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. So now you know what it's about, and you know where it came from. And it's a folk song written by the folk. Peace be with you.